PRLD. RELI.
Oh shit. RELI just
ATPC,
popped up. Low
ATPC.
float, no headline that I see though. Lot of volume though.
ATPC. RELI. 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 RELI, QTTB, RELI, SPRO, RELI, RELI, DPRO,
There's a whole dollar. That's all I need.
DTSS,
Good way to start the Monday.
RELI, RELI,
So I had room up to 336 or 363. Major resistance on the daily.
RELI,
I want to see now if it can get over that. Ugh. I'll be looking from 380 to 4 again.
NVTS, RELI, KXIN, Lilac,
Oh, it's freezing, Connecticut. It's literally like single digits up here.
ATPC,
Anybody in the South right now? Make me feel warm.
ATPC, 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 ATPC,
RELI. It's a stock I'm watching.
ELAB,
6 million shares of volume. It's up 150% in the pre-market right now.
DPRO, ATPC, ATPC, KOD, ATPC, ATPC,
Oh.
ATPC. HSAI.
The SPY rallied on Friday, huh? Wait, is today Monday? Today's Monday, right? Yeah, I'm all screwed up.
GXAI.
When's the next FOMC meeting? You guys don't know. Let me ask. You guys are leaning on me. Let me ask ChatGPT.
ATPC. ATPC. GXAI. ATPC.
January 28th and 29th. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, it's Monday. You know what it is? They all blend together. I wanted to make sure it was Monday. But I want to show you guys something, right? The SPY. So we had this huge sell-off, right? Last week in the SPY. We pretty much started rallying already. But crypto, you notice, followed. Crypto's been chopping and dumping. But I want to... You guys can go to this website on your own time. Or like I said, the next FOMC meeting is not until the end of January. We just had one on Wednesday. But this is their website right here, right? This is where you come to, right? You can come to the recent statement right here. Boom. This is the statement. This is from Wednesday, right? The 18th. But the only thing that matters, I want to show you, is the committee will continue reducing its holdings of treasury securities and agency debt. So they're still selling. They're selling. Right? This is called quantitative tightening. As soon as they switch their stance to quantitative easing, where this says they're going to start purchasing securities, that's when Bitcoin and crypto and the market, and that's going to be when we all get paid and the markets start really fucking rallying like you've never seen in your lifetime. But until then, we're probably going to downtrend, if not chop around. Like I said, the SPY has already rallied because it was just oversold. It's people panicking. But this is what we're all waiting for, is for them to specifically say that they're going to start purchasing assets. Right now, they're selling them. So just be aware. And the next announcement, I think, is the 28th or the 29th, it said. Next announcement is the 28th or the 29th. Right now we're watching RELI. I want to see it over 363.
Frey. Kit.
Yeah. Mondays, right?
OCGN.
I got the next 2 days off, so I could have had today off, but I'm a worker. I actually worked Saturday.
BIOA.
We got to finish something up today that we didn't finish Saturday, and then I'll be off for 2 days. Then I got to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I'll be looking forward to these 2 days off. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Dreidel Dreidel, Happy Boxing Day. Hope you get to attend a Junkanoo in your lifetime. Those people celebrate, boy. Holy smokes. I never seen a party like that in my lifetime. And I used to party. Let me tell you something. I spent Christmas in the Bahamas one year, and they celebrate what's called Boxing Day, and they put on a Junkanoo. Picture like a carnival, a festival, a concert, a parade, and a fair, all wound up into one thing, and it goes on for 24 hours straight. When I tell you they start a parade at like 12 in the afternoon, at like 4 in the morning it was still going on. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen, but it's called a Junkanoo. Good times. Go look up a video of a Junkanoo, because I haven't done a good job describing it, but it's like all those things rolled up into one. All right, RELI is probably done. Waiting for the next breakout on this scanner here. Good morning, Blessed. Mr. Hockdick. Oh, that's old. Thank you, Soul Purpose. This is all old. I wasn't allowed to talk a few minutes ago. I was trying to wait. Turn this fucking thing off now. I don't know if it was the best or the worst $5 I ever spent.
ATTC. ATTCRLD.
I don't like this one as much. It's got a higher float, but it's moving. No headline. I'm waiting for fresh headlines, fresh catalysts. I want to know why it's moving. I'll take trades on stocks without a headline, but they first will have to prove themselves, and then the volume will be the catalyst. The relative volume. I'm trading price action most of the time. Technical analysis I'm using.
SUGP.
Supply and demand.
CLK.
So anytime you hear a stock on that scanner, that means it's at its high of day. It's breaking through its high of day. It doesn't mean it's always tradable. The first thing I need to know is the float, how many shares are available. Then if there's a headline, what the headline is. Then I start digging into the chart. I start looking for gaps in the daily chart. I start looking, what kind of pattern I see on the daily. I want to know, is it under or over its 200 simple moving average on the daily chart? the stock makes it past there, then I'm looking at the intraday chart. I'm using the MACD and the RSI to find out where in the move it is, how extended it is. I'm using the 9 and the 20 EMA along with the volume weighted average price. The VWAP is usually what I'm using to gauge my entry.
PRLD.
I like taking a VWAP reclaim or the VWAP test. I'm usually a buyer at or around VWAP.
PRLD. GXAI. 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 GXAI.
It's not a lot of volume yet. It's coming in though. I don't like this chart as much. No headline.
Ayo.
The dirty dozen. That's a thing. It's really a thing. Oh. I ain't mad at it. Would you rather be the baker's dozen or the dirty dozen? I'm assuming the latter. Unless any of you are, into cannolis and stuff, maybe. 3 million shares for GXAI. Recent developments into their AI solutions. GXAI might be a good swing here. What kind? I don't swing trade. I don't trade options. I try not to gamble anymore. But I also understand that a lot of people who do this, they're not necessarily day traders. They're retired and they have a bunch of disposable income that they like to use to work for them, so they can hold things for longer periods and take advantage of larger market cycles as money rotates out of one sector and into another, and they tend to do very well for themselves. And I gotta learn how to do some of the things that some of you other guys do, and I can at the same time teach you the edge that I've learned, and then we can start to create synergy amongst ourselves in the community. Somebody early on said to me, what's better, your 2 eyes looking at the market, or the 24 of our eyes, or 26, whatever?
PHUN. BNZI.
Still not able to get over 363. Yeah, I got a trade on RELI as it broke over 250. Now I want to see if it can get over its 200 moving average. The 200 simple moving average is at 363 right now, which is going to be major resistance. I want to see if it can get over that price. before I'm a buyer on it again. But that's a nice bull flag it just printed on the 5-minute chart here. Oh. Good morning, Mama.
Lilac.
Oh, my Mama. Merry Christmas. I hope the holidays are not going to be too stressful for you.
PRLD. PFLT.
363 still resistance. It got over it for a second. 364 printed, but then it dropped right back down both times. But it might explode once it gets over 75. Buyers may step in, like myself. Looks like while my mom was looking for something similar. So we start studying the level 2. We're not looking at candlesticks anymore. We're not looking at the pattern. We're waiting for numbers to print and volume to come in, green to come through the tape.
PRLD. IKNA. Air.
Still printing tails up here. I don't like it.
Note. ATYR.
But as soon as 363 becomes support, and it can get, I haven't seen 380 print yet. I didn't even 375 didn't even print. But it's probably going to happen really quick. I'm not going to be able to get a trade on it. That's why knowing how to read these moving averages and using these indicators is key.
DXC.
You'll probably get it. The next 5-minute candle to make a new high. There's clearly more buyers than sellers, it's looking like. But we'll see. 10 million shares of volume. It's definitely a lot more demand than supply. The R vol is pinned.
QD. BNCI.
Like I said, I didn't like these tails. I'm looking for 380 to 4 I was looking for. But I'm waiting to 363 and this is can't really see it, but when I go like this you could see it for a second. That's where the 200-day moving average is, that blue line that it's already had trouble getting over. So it's got to prove to me that it can get over that 363 as support for the move higher. So every time it gets up near it, it's printing tails. Every time it printed, it came down. So every time it got over 363, I seen it get to 364 and just come right back down. 374, right back down.
PRZO.
So still resistance, but at some point that may become support.
YHC.
So, but I don't see any headline. There's no fresh news catalyst. So I don't anticipate tons of retail buyers, unless nothing else moves and this thing makes a nutty move right here, where the next candle to making, unless it keeps making
BNDI.
new highs, it's gonna fail to bring in.
You gotta leave this open, dude.
What did I close?
Have you ever reached your hands in here and feel how hot it is?
No,
The heat? It's all in the cabinet.
I thought I left it open. I thought I was gonna get in trouble for leaving it open.
So I tried to leave it open because they put this big giant thing in front of our heat.
Oh, the heat's going in there.
It's coming in. Put your hand in
That
it.
makes sense.
You never reach for silverware.
I thought you meant the coffee maker was making it too hot.
Reaching is mad. All the heat's going into the cabinet. All the heat's in here.
warmer in here already.
I just opened it.
Huh.
I figured it out.
That makes sense. Aren't you the genius? Yeah, it's like single digits in Connecticut. So
No, we just live in a
368 will be support, then 420.
barely fucking works.
I agree with you, Inky, but we'll see. But yeah, that's how I came up with those numbers.
Live in a landlord special apartment.
I think I'm gonna do another cup today. I don't drink coffee while I'm trading because I get too jittery, and I'm like, when I'm finally in a trade, I'm like too jittery, and it's because caffeine constricts blood flow. So, but this morning I'm tired. I gotta work at 9. I'm gonna be trade right around till about 8:30. I work a 9 to 5 still. Years ago, my goal was to not have to punch a clock until I got exactly what I asked for, and trading was my only revenue stream, and I just fumbled. I started hesitating and started doubting myself. I couldn't push the buttons the way I can push them when I don't have to depend on this money. I don't have to make money today trading. I don't have to take any trades, and all my bills are still paid. As soon as I have to make money,
GNLN.
everything changed. So, yeah, I took a trade on RELI. I got in at 259, and I scaled out up over 3. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for being here. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We still got a couple days left to become crypto millionaires. I'm forever the optimist. Come on, XRP. Now, realistically, I think we're not gonna start printing until the end of January. So you got until the end of January to dollar cost average into some other projects, maybe fill up the rest of your bags. Not financial advice. Do your own research. This is for entertainment purposes only. You're able to be free soon. Yeah, I don't dread work. I love my job actually. My boss is cool as shit. I'm the only employee. I guess it's just got the biggest Christmas bonus. I mean, I don't want you guys to think it was thousands and thousands of dollars. I just worded it properly, but it is the biggest Christmas bonus I've ever gotten in my life. And I've worked with companies for years and years, so I've only been with them for a few months. I'm learning a skill that I can bring with me anywhere the rest of my life, and it's challenging. I do something new just about day. I've done some of the same things now, but for a while, every day I went to work, I was doing something new. So, like when that happens, like the days just go by so quick. when I first lost the ability to trade, I framed houses. I became a carpenter and where for years, like 3 years straight, now it's been about almost 5 that I'm trying to transition my money online 100%. Until I thought like, shit, what do I do if the power goes out or a world war or the world, So I figured learning how to, I can go now into the world without the internet and make money for the rest of my life, or I'm trying to, do this for the rest of my life because I feel technology will only continue to be embraced. And so we'll see how it shakes out. But either way, I'm born to pivot and move in any direction at any moment and just completely do a 180 or a 360 or go up. I'm not going backwards anymore. That's the only thing. I may start going sideways for a little bit as I try to figure out my next best move, but I'm not moving back. I was hustling backwards for many years. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm now worried about all the right shit. Getting better.
YHC. CGC.
RELI looks good. It's starting to get tight. We'll see. But I'm anticipating something better to come out. Fresh news catalyst. 7 a.m., maybe 7:38, 8:30. The volume will gradually increase from now until the open at 9:30. So that's why these scanners are a game changer first thing in the morning. The the news scanner with the trade idea scanner both running at the same time can be a powerful indicator in and of itself, where I hear the stock hit the scanner and I also hear Charlie reading the headline. So that skips 2 steps for me. All I gotta do is know the float real quick and I can take a trade on it. But sometimes it'll be a chart I've already got drawn on or I'm familiar with because it moved yesterday or the day before. Yes, last week we had a great mover with what was it?
CING.
Oh,
Agri.
smokes. Sticking with RELI right now. I want to see it over 363. NUKK. We got some. Actually, I should have that up today too because I don't know if it's done yet. It may. I think short sellers are gonna win today on NUKK, but this was a wild 2-day short squeeze last week.
RELI. RELI.
Nice breakout here over 360. So I'm looking for the break at a whole dollar here.
RELI. TRNR.
I know my boy in here called his number 380 something that just hit, so I hope you got paid. I like 380 to 4.
RELI. RELI. Agri. RELI. RELI.
Doesn't want to go right here though. I had to get out of its way there. I want to see it break that whole dollar clean without stuttering. As soon as it pulls back, like I held a little too long right there, getting greedy. And then as soon as it got it back in the 90s again there, I had to let it go. I shouldn't have held it as long as I did in the pre-market here, but oftentimes it's going to take another second or two to bring the buyers in and break through. But if it doesn't break through on that first attempt in the pre-market, I got to cut it because I can't set stop losses. Good morning, good morning. But I still, it would have worked. I'm not gambling as freely in the pre-market. I've been burned so many times where that it looks like a bull flag and it's a bull trap and it just dumps a dollar in one candle. So
BTTR.
Is it going to break out over 4? Let me pull this daily chart back up. This thing might decide to grow some legs here. This thing's known to move. It doesn't look like it could ever hold it though.
PLYA.
Yeah, it's way too extended off of VWAP for me to chase it anymore.
PLYA.
But look at the 5-minute chart. I mean, it's set up beautifully, you know. If you just waited for a pullback and waited for the next 5-minute candle to make a new high, you know. So, but now it's like I said, I feel like this is the front end of the move. We went up 200 and something percent. The time of day we're coming into, I feel like any minute more headlines, something. We'll see. Maybe it goes up 1,000, but you know, I try not to fall in love with anything in the morning because at any moment it can all shift to something else. And if it holds these levels and goes sideways, you know, holds 350, back up to 4, back down to, and stays within a range into the open, it may offer a good gap and go. But you got to anticipate a sell-off in the beginning because anybody who was in the stock yesterday or the day before is now up 200% or up, you know, so they anticipate profit taken. But usually when that happens, the stock's up 200%, people take profit at the open. Early, undisciplined short sellers think people are shorting it, so they hop on only for it to find support and rip. Look at NUKK as a perfect example. That played out, I think, Thursday and Friday. So, maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not here, let me look. But, you know, started at $1.30. Over 2 days, it squeezed up to $80. Hasn't gone away yet either. It's still holding this third. We caught it on the scanner this day, right? I took a trade on it in here at the open, had to go to work. From here to here, this is $1, this is $20. This is 1,000% intraday move, right? So it held even at the close. Then at pre-market, when it opened, it made a new high and went sideways to the open. And then it squeezed from 20 up to $80 and it hasn't come down yet. So, which one? So this was resistance. Boom, it couldn't get over it there. Broke through it, right? This was resistance that time. It came back up, broke through that. It came down two different times. It's held this so far. Three times. Now it's having the same battle. We'll see if this is still support, if it falls under it, but I don't think this short squeeze is over. It might be though. It might come back down to reality from 1 to 80 in 2 days, but this will be on my secondary. And then I'm anticipating this to I can't take another trade. I almost got burned in that last one.
PLYA.
We'll see. It's technically it's over its 200-day moving average now. So fair value gap, the liquidity sweep, all that I don't know how to explain that as well. I'm starting to learn the supply and demand, but and I think at 8 a.m. that's what you see when that if you see those wild candles that print, it's the market maker clearing the book. I'll show you at 8 a.m. I used to try to trade it, but yeah, RELI is going up. Let me look back at this. It's got a lot of levels.
PRZO. IBRX. PRZO.
Yeah, I'm looking too right now. Over 445, 460, 463, up to 529 maybe, 503. Are these two candles, but I don't know how relevant they are. They didn't have much volume. On 610 this day, there was a lot of volume. So these two candles are more 11. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see.
MRT.
And I also don't like that there's no headline. LAES. Are you holding a bag? Oh no, this is a nice. I didn't know it popped back up this morning. Good call. This was a runner from Friday. Made a new high this morning, so that's what you want to see for a continuation. So now I would anticipate it's got to come back down and test this $3 this
PLYA.
before it can go up to 4. Maybe not, but definitely I'm pretty sure it's got a good float. No, I wasn't looking at this on Friday.
Frey.
10 million shares of volume, huh? And it doesn't even look like it's moving on the chart. What's up with this thing? No, I don't think I can trade this. It's LAES. Oh no, wait, that was something different I was looking at. What ticker was that one? Oh, AMC for some reason. It's got a good float. LAES made a new high this morning. It's over VWAP. It's flagging at the moment, consolidating. So we'll see. So it popped up, ripped up. Looks like a double top here at 380, which is a bear sign, but it didn't reverse either, right? It's holding VWAP. So what you're waiting for, right? The MACD crossed over. See all these green candles in a row? It signals a reversal, but it held, right? Look at all these red. So you're now waiting for this to cross over again and to switch over and start heading back up. You know, I don't know if it's going to be the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. I don't know if it's going to fall under VWAP, but right now it's going sideways. The volume is decreasing. So you're waiting for volume to come back in. So and I don't see any fresh news catalyst. I don't know why it's moving. This is a
TRMD.
continuation from Friday. It's got a wild daily chart. LAES. It's like it looks like it wants to start breaking out though. Printing big body candles on the daily. So this might be worth watching. Definitely battling, but
RELI.
I don't hate it.
Frey. DESP. DESP. RELI. RELI. DESP. RELI.
I can never tell if you're crying or laughing over there. RELI looks bullish. But when is it going to turn around? When is it going to change directions? It's too extended for me anymore, but I still like watching it. I'm green on it. EDBL. Good morning, Bam. Party City's going bankrupt or closing too, so that might get day traded for some reason, like when Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't know. I just have a feeling Party City might draw some retail volume today. So you might want to get ahead of that one. I don't know what's float or the ticker, or I'm just recognizing some patterns that some people like to play. So you might hear Party City being called out. You know, like for instance, they're going bankrupt, they're closing, right? So like people will think logically, oh, let me just short it. It's going to zero. So like short sellers hop on it, but then retail with, big bulls come out anticipating early short set. So the thing causes a short squeeze. And even though the company's going bankrupt, the stock can go from $2 to $100 in a day or two for no reason other than, you know what I mean? It's never like the obvious easy play in the stock market. If it's that obvious and that easy, like most likely it's going to go the other way or something. With like long-term shit like that. Day trading, scalping, like that's different. If you're holding shit for a minute, a couple minutes.
Fray.
But I know as beginner traders, a lot of you guys are swing traders. A lot of you guys are holding things, at the close into the open or vice versa, which you may get paid for over the next few months or the last few months because stocks are just trending upward, as interest rates go down. But that may change one day, so. Or all of a sudden everything you did for the last year or 2 years, all of a sudden it just starts costing you money instead of making you money. So.
CGC.
LYT. Yeah, this is like a perfect example of a full round trip. I don't know if that was just a short squeeze, an algo spike that just never got bought up by retail. Will look like that. So LYT looks like they probably released a headline, something came out, and then retail nobody got on. So it corrected, it even went lower. So, but now it's trading. I don't know. There's no volume, no news catalyst, so there's no reason for me to be watching it. But Friday it squeezed in the pre-market from $1.25 up to $3.86, but it sold off into the open, and then all day it never found support till this morning, maybe in pre-market, but probably just a bunch of bag holders in that one. You or somebody's exit liquidity.
LYT.
KULR. KULR. It's got a big float for me. Over 100 million I'm seeing. So not a day trade for me. But some traders I know like 100 million and up because it doesn't like squeeze, doesn't offer those big wild unsustainable moves. It just kind of grinds. But not a bad looking chart. Looks like it's due to break out, right? Almost a bullish engulfing candle on the daily that closed on Friday. So it looks like it will continue higher on KULR, but most likely just won't have any of those big breakouts because it's got 100 million in the float. Let me double check the float though, because sometimes this website gets it wrong. KULR, based in San Diego, specializing in batteries and thermal management. Their solutions are 5G communication devices. 198 million shares in the float. So it comes down to supply and demand. If there's 200 million shares available, there's not going to be enough of a demand. The amount of volume that would be needed to move that stock. So, where if you look at RELI, same question.
MLGO.
RELI.
Agree.
RELI's got 1.7 million shares, right? And it's got 15 million shares of volume in the pre-market. So this stock is up to now 250% because the whole float, every single share available for this stock has already traded, all of them, twice or more now. You know what I mean? Whereas on the other one, there's hundreds of millions. Like the amount of supply is a lot more than the demand. Does that make sense? So it's literally that it comes down to that. It's not always the case because sometimes, let's say for instance, it says there's 150 million shares in the float, but little do you know, 145 million of those shares are locked up by institutional investors. So there's technically only 4 million on the open market. So the stock moves different. It'll move like a stock with 1 million in the float, even though it says it's got 100 million. So it's not always an exact science, but it comes down to averages and statistics and numbers and variables, and like how many of the variables can you control in your favor. The only thing you can specifically control is your entry and your exit. Everything else is out of your control, but you have to narrow down as many of the variables as you can. NUKK. I don't. Today would be day 3 or day 4. I don't necessarily think that it's done squeezing, but I think it's gonna go down. I don't know. There's no trade on it for me. I traded it on Wednesday when it was $1 something. Or I think I caught it from 3 to 4 or something like that, and then it squeezed all the way to 20 that day, and then squeezed all the way to 80 on day 2. It's moving. She's moving. She's breaking out. Yeah, it's still holding that 36 level. I don't know specifically the number I have drawn here because it looks like it's the same price. But it's bounced off of it 3 or 4 times already. So I don't know if it's getting bought up, if it's going to squeeze back up to test 80 again, but it's really not a day trade from 30 to 80 for me. I'm looking for stocks between $5 and $10 is my preferred target. I'll trade something in $2 or $3, but like specifically, the best is between 5 and 10.
LYT.
Like I typically won't take the trade from 180 to 2, but I'll sit on it, and then 30 seconds later, 5 minutes later, I'll take it from 280 to 3. So it's got to prove to me, but it's also not a bad trade. It's just sometimes takes longer to get there. Sub $2 stocks, you got to anticipate resistance every 10 cents, if not every 5. But as they get to be higher price stocks, then it starts being like every 25 cents, the half-dollar, whole dollar specifically, because they start moving faster. They're not grinding on every penny. They start moving up 10 cents at a time, 20 cents at a time. So I have a hard time holding long enough for these slow grinding penny stocks. I usually end up not being able to profit as much of a move that I would like. So I've learned to just stay away from them. But I know a lot of you guys in the beginning like to hold shit longer. And you have smaller accounts a lot of times, so you're looking just the most you can buy. You figure out it's a good time in the market, inflation or I
UBXG.
can't think of the word. Interest rates are going down.
NBFY.
This is a good, this coming off its low, blah blah blah. You're looking as like you will most likely mix up investing and trading like in your own mind, like because I know that's what I did. I couldn't separate investing and I would usually day trade stocks that I also believed in. Like, all right, worst case scenario, this stock should be worth more in a couple. I believe in the so like that would give me that extra security to day trade a stock, because I would also be like, all right, I do like the headline, I like the company, but because of that, I would often get stuck holding bags. So because I'm trying to hold through the whole day, through the week, I'm trying to get rich on every trade. A couple $100 isn't good enough. A couple thousand isn't good enough. I want, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions. I'm trying to get rich on every trade. So greed. There's an old adage, greedy pigs. And then I can't say the end. I learned on TikTok. I'm not allowed to say the end of that. BBAI looks like it filled a gap. I know, just because whenever I see these lines on my, this means it was a gap. And this was the other end of the gap. So here it is right here. So it filled that gap. Came up. And it was this day. This is old, but I don't know if these, now it's just support and resistance. But just so you know, whenever I pull up a chart and I see these lines, it's like, this is what I'm looking for on a daily chart, is a gap. So, but this is old, so I see a double top here at
CTM. CTM.
That's a bearish sign. I don't know if it comes back up to test that now, but it's got to get over this high for me to be a long buy, to even consider going long. But that doesn't mean that you can't mark support and take a trade between these two. Wherever support you find, maybe this is resistance right now, and then it becomes support, and then you can get a trade, and you would be looking to take profit before it tests that high. That's another way. But the first and foremost, you got to make sure the stock has high relative volume. See this indicator right here? That's as high as it'll go, right? It can't go any higher than that. So we're at, what stock is this? BBAI. Let's check out BBAI. R vol is only, which is still pretty high in relation to yesterday's volume. It's 4,000% higher today than yesterday, but still no volume, right? You're still printing these dashes. So in comparison to like RELI with 17 million shares of volume in the pre-market, it's hard to borrow. The R vol's maxed at 50,000%. So you're looking for stocks with high relative volume. Yeah, I'm not interested in RELI anymore. I'm done with that one.
CGC.
If I were to able to trade the open today, I'd be setting up on it a little different and looking for some different. But and for me, any stock that's up this high in a pre-market, I'm not interested in. Once I it's gotten to a certain point, it's extended and it's early. Anybody getting up now or coming in now, they're gonna feel like they missed it. They're not gonna as likely hop on a stock that's up already 230, 300%. They may, but I don't see a news catalyst that's going to come into play, especially if a company from now and then releases a better headline or has a better setup. LYT might take all the thunder away from RELI right now. So I like LYT better than RELI now.
BTR.
So I still want to see it break 2 and get over 2, but it looks like it might right here.
Pick.
Just keep in mind too, this thing squeezed in the pre-market on Friday and sold off all day. So this could just be a little fake out.
Pick.
Falling knife. There's $2. Hell yeah, you fucking solved the heat problem here.
LYT. Frey.
CTM. I'm watching LYT, but I don't really like it that much. I gotta be honest. I'm not super duper excited about this C- setup on LYT.
LYT.
We're looking for A's and B's, nines and dimes. You know what I'm talking about, fellas. Happy Monday. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Dreidel, dreidel. What else? What am I forgetting? Oh, snap. Jay tapping in. What up, my man?
Pick.
I'm here every day, man. Come hang out. Thank you for the gifts. I don't know what I'm supposed to do for that one. It was lightning. I don't know if that was fun or not, but so thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Boxing Day, Happy Monday for those of you that have no beliefs. Happy day, happy morning.
Pick.
Pick is getting called out.
Pick.
PIK. PIK. It's at my favorite price level. What's the float?
HSAINY.
No headline.
Pick.
Happy Gilmore. Dude, I heard they're making another one. Like, they're making a... Thank goodness for that. That's one of the best movies of all times. I miss those days of comedy, like the Chris Farley days and the Adam Sandler. Listen, I'm all for, like, you're attracted to what you're attracted to. Like, that's fine, but it doesn't need to be in every show and every movie, like, shoving in our faces. Like, I get it. It's normal. It's accepted now, but every single show sometimes is just... I miss the old days of movies, when it was fun, comedy. People didn't get their feelings hurt. So now we're just a little too sensitive in every direction. But yeah, Happy Gilmore was one of the greatest movies. And I think they redid it, or they're making a sequel. Pick just popped up over 3 here. So it's looking better and better. Volume's coming in. Still under 100,000, but the R val is super high. I don't know why it's moving yet. Up 35%. We might be early. Yeah. But I appreciate you. We'll keep it light in here. I like the way we're heading, The Hollywood, celebrities, they don't mean shit. Look what they tried to do for the elect. Like, people more would rather come to, platforms like this where people are real and giving honest feedback and sharing real, life shit. So even if they take TikTok from us, which I don't think at the end of the day is going to end up happening. I think it's all just posturing. But I'm watching PIK here. There's 350, 360, 370. Holy shit, I should have hopped on this. That's the type of move I'm looking for, though. But usually once I see 380 print there, I'd be looking for the break at a whole dollar. But it was too quick, and it didn't break the whole dollar. But that was a spike from 3 all the way up to 380 in one candle, and the volume's coming in heavy still. But merger news and low float. I didn't see the headline, but I saw that it's got looks like less than 1 million shares in its float, possibly. So it's now up 40%. I just haven't found a safe entry on it yet. It's holding VWAP right now. There's 360. But yeah, I think even if they take TikTok from us, just like the next new thing will come out, because it used to be Vine, right? Vine was like more viral, and then it was just organically became YouTube or TikTok. It'll organically go somewhere else, whether that's Web3. I think we're gonna all figure out how to get on Web3, where they cannot control the data. I'm trying to learn how to do it right now. I'm on Lemon 8, but it's also a Chinese company, so I think it'll fall under that umbrella. That whole bill will wipe out any Chinese-owned company. Lemon 8 is also Chinese. It's own, so I don't know if that's even gonna work. And I went on there. It's not the same, It's not. I don't like scrolling YouTube. I don't like scrolling Instagram or Face. It's not the same. So I don't know yet what's gonna happen. I just know whatever. The next thing will come of it. Somebody's already creating a TikTok on Web3. I'm sure of it. So it'll probably, there's a way. I don't know if it's going to be on BitTorrent or Tron.
FRI.
It's too quick. I froze.
Pick.
Stop crying at me.
Anybody take that from 380 to 4? I thought Elon bought Vine. But my point is, like, before TikTok, it was Vine. You know what I mean? And then it became TikTok. Bef-
Why are you looking at me?
but and everybody tried to copy you TikTok, right? They came out with YouTube Shorts. They came out with it's all so.
YHZ.
I don't know what the next. I heard there's somebody in my community put me on to a new platform that he told me is better than all these. It's new. I forget the name of it. I'll have to go through my screenshots and find it. But basically, pretty much I would get paid to stream and do what I'm doing. But like, the money goes to the creator. I don't know. Seems like it's more fair. I forget the name of it, but we'll see what happens. You know. I gotta dedicate the next couple weeks. Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much. I gotta go through like a lot of my old early, not even necessarily my best performing videos, but like the ones that are good, but I just didn't get pushed out. They shadow banned me, or I noticed like a lot of the content that for some reason didn't do okay on TikTok goes viral on the other play. It was bullshit. It's like something has been working against me the whole time. I got to go in and go through and figure out what stories I want to tell and download them before they delete it, or I don't know what's going to happen once it's quote unquote banned. I don't know what the fuck that means. Does that mean it's just not in the Play Store and we'll have to download it straight from the website and give it permissions? I don't know what any of it means, but this thing's working on 5 already. PIK is now up 100%. Working on 480 right here. And I sat on my hands. I just don't. It's merger news, Mama said. So there's a reason for it to be moving. I just feel like I'm chasing it. It's so quick. Good spread though. I mean, there's a lot of liquidity, a lot of volume coming in. Over 1 million shares now. It just took out 5.
IVDA.
I feel like we're just gonna stop getting updates. Yeah, probably. Huh. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Yeah, I saw one of those guys from Shark Tank offered 4 billion or 8 billion or something. What it is, they're strong arming China because China cut out Meta, cut out YouTube, cut out all these American commerce, and now it's starting to trickle into Amazon and big box, because all Amazon did was provide like the middle ground between people like us, people want to start businesses, people, and then to the point where even if you don't want to start a business, you can just be a warehouse, the middleman. Like Amazon scaled, and the way it's scaling, it's because of data. They copy your business and then they put you to the bottom of the news feed. Same reason why Walmart just bought Vizio, right, for billions. They now own the TV company, not because Vizio made more money from selling data than selling televisions. So these these smart TVs, just like our smartphones, they track so much about us and our habits, our when we watch, what they can even tell like when we're looking at the TV or not, to see what ads are actually interesting to us. I'm not chasing this thing. Yeah, I don't know. I've learned how to do everything I do from watching YouTube, so it's not beyond my aptitudes. I just I'm trying to grasp it all at once, figure out what to grasp at what times. I need money coming in, so trading's all I got to focus on. The social media and my story and my hobby and my passion of filming and photography, I'll earn the time to do that eventually and to focus on it. But for now, this needs to be my concern. And I let this whole move happen without me. straight to $6. Just get excited for these types of moves and these types of vol. I don't feel FOMO necessarily when I miss something. Like I get excited because the next one's gonna run, the next one. I typically do not like to start trading until at least 7 a.m. regardless of when I'm allowed to. I can trade at 4 a.m. But like the best volume, the best headline usually seem to come at 7 a.m. So when I sit down at 7 a.m. or like right now I'm going to go through the beginning of my process, one of the first questions I ask myself to feel out the market is how many stocks are up over 100%. It's one of the first things I ask myself. Where's the SPY? Where's crypto? So right now we got one that's up 200%. I've been watching it since it was only up 30%. I think some of you guys took it. You guys were telling me to take it. I trade in an offshore account. So I use a direct access platform through a broker called Capital Markets Elite Group. So their hours are 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. But it costs me money. There's a monthly fee. It costs me a commission every time I buy and sell. There's a borrow fee if I want to short a stock. In the beginning, until you can become profitable with the strategy, you should use a free interactive broker that's commission free. Got to learn a lot of these lessons for free because there's a learning curve that there's no way around. From setting the software up, the software learning curve in and of itself is consuming. You're gonna press the wrong buttons. You're gonna make mistakes. Your internet, there's just gonna be obstacles that you got to learn how to deal with. But if you start with Thinkorswim, which most traders start with either Robinhood or Webull, because those two apps are not day trading apps. They're designed for gamblers. They make it easy and almost, you can download them today without not knowing anything about the stock market and be able to figure out how to buy a stock and sell it. And but if you downloaded Thinkorswim first, it's going to be a blank canvas that you're going to have to learn how to tailor for day trading specifically. You're going to have to learn how to set up the indicators and set up your daily chart, your intraday chart. Do you even know the difference between intraday and daily and indicators? And you got to build it and personalize it. And then from there, you got to start figuring out a strategy. But most people don't come in. It looks easy. They see a ton of people making money. Their friends are making money because trading appeals to gamblers. That's why statistically 99% of day traders lose money. So I don't use the scanners on Thinkorswim, but there are scanners that you can program and set up. I use Trade Ideas. But I recommend Thinkorswim for beginners because it is a trading tool that's very powerful. It's not just a platform to execute trades. It's got scanners. It's got a live news wire. You can trade options. You can trade OTC. It's a powerful tool. It's got TV built into it. Its drawing tools are probably some of the best from any charting software that you can use. I like it better than Trade Ideas. I haven't heard my news scanner at all this morning. I gotta check that out real quick. It's a good time to reset all my scanners. They've been going for hours. The scanner you hear is Trade Ideas, and I have a second news scanner, Benzinga Squawk, that I purchased through a third party. Both of my scanners come from a third party. It's like a bundle, a package, direct messages. Pending incoming friend request. Accept. Okay. I don't have a Discord, but I am on Discord. Same name. This is my name on all platforms. Streets, the number 2, stocks. And then if there's a screen name on the platform, I'll use the best to ever do it. But my handle is Streets to Stocks. This is my journey from the streets to the stock market. So I was on the streets, homeless for years and years. And I woke up in prison at 30 years old. And came home, still wound up homeless. Even though I wasn't drinking or using drugs. This time was different. I chose to sleep in my car. But I really was on those streets for pretty much my whole teenage. Since I was 15.
TNXP.
I never had a home.
IVDA.
But because of that and all the trauma and my mentality now, like this is why I will become a successful millionaire profitable, because I can't be defeated mentally or as hard and as many obstacles as there are to overcome.
TNXP.
Compared to a lot of shit I've already had to survive and overcome, this is just a matter of time, baby.
TNXP.
All I gotta do is just keep showing up. And not, as long as I don't drink or pick up.
XRX. Adam. TNXP.
TRAW.
TPICIC.
And I can't even picture picking up. I can't even imagine drink. The thought of a drink, it makes me sick. The smell of it. I even use like alcohol at work to clean with, and every time I get a whiff of it, I want to throw up. I'm like, oh my god. It brings like reminiscence of Dubra into. I'm like, oh my god. Good morning. What up, Trey? After that point, what would you recommend? I see a lot of people talk about Interactive Broker.
TNXP.
Get comfortable on Thinkorswim, right? Get comfortable with the strategy, and like the Qs are starting to pop up. QUBT, QBTS, and then because you may find that you can successfully trade your strategy on Thinkorswim, and you don't even need a direct access platform. Thinkorswim's even got hotkeys now, and it's a great tool. Figure out how to make money on Thinkorswim because it's free. And then from there, you might determine you want a direct access platform. This is a former runner. Oof, it's an ugly chart though, but see if it can even get over $1. There might be from $1 to $1.60 on CYN. No headline, no. Float. Yeah, it's got a big float too. I don't know. I'm getting all kinds of weird shit. 4 websites, 4 different floats. Love that. What's the public?
NVFY. 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 CREV.
I'm seeing 2 million shares in the float for CYN, according to ChatGPT sources, which is MarketWatch.
CYN. CREV. CRTNXP. CREV. TPICYN. CREV.
It's called knowthefloat.com,
TNXP.
which is a website that scrapes FinViz, Yahoo Finance, Wall Street Journal. It gives you 4 different.
CREV.
It scrubs 4 websites at once. Knowthefloat.com. All one word. Know the float. Oh, shit. But it'll often give me mixed shit, so I have to use a second website to confirm. I'll usually, if they give me like too different of a float, I'll go to ChatGPT to confirm it, which also scrubs the whole internet.
NNBC. CRE wrapped.
They both went out super early. They both woke me up at different times.
TNXP.
Jade woke me up at like 1 in the morning to go out.
CYN.
I let her out, and then I got back in bed, and
Raft.
5 minutes
Raft.
later, Lola came. Hey. But she was quick. She went out, and Lola's never went so quick.
Raft.
She peed, pooped, and then she came back in and stood by the cookie jar until I gave her a treat. And I went back to bed.
MRT.
It's super
Raft.
cold in my state now. Like, we kind of had a mild winter
Raft.
up until like
Raft.
it decided to be winter all of a sudden in December, and now it's like single digits out. There was ice on one of my windows.
Raft. Raft.
That's trade ideas.
Raft.
That's a paid scanner.
Raft. 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 Raft.
It calls out
Raft.
stocks going
Raft.
through the high a
Raft.
day. Like right now, it's calling out
Raft.
RAPT.
Raft.
I gotta bring my dogs outside. RAPT. 30 million in the float. Headline at 7 a.m. Excuse me. Private 150 million private placement. I don't know what that means. This is on my mama's specialty. He could tell us what the hell this means. Oh, that was you that sent me a message on Discord? Or is it on TikTok? I didn't get it on Discord. If it's on TikTok, you're gonna have to wait. I'll check it out when I'm done streaming. Because unfortunately, I'll have to close. Yeah, I'll accept it and tap in with you. Let me go there. Lucky for you, I got 17 phones. I got 2 phones. One for the plug and one for the keep in mind. Oh, sorry. Why does it keep doing this? Stop.
CGN.
I forget who you are every time until I start reading these messages. I'm so bad with it. There's too many people, so many of you guys that I'm tapping in with and getting to know and stuff that it's hard to my mind is so all over the place. Yeah, no, I get it. And I hear where you're coming from, but I promise you my money's gonna come from trading this strategy, from crypto investing. Like my whole future, I just have to execute my milestones, and I don't want to have to do that. You know what I mean? So I like giving away my knowledge for free. You know, but believe me when I tell you, there's people already trying to have me do one-on-one. They're willing to pay me for my time. I'm not, number one, not to sound a certain way, you guys can't afford me. Like, the types of returns that I'm going to be producing, you know, it's what dreams are made of. And it's not narcissism, right? These are not delusions of grandeur anymore. Like, this is the roadmap that I'm sharing with you guys, but you're gonna have to figure your own character traits out. You know, I have figured out the strategy for a long time, but it took me years, twice as long to identify all my character defects that you may be, better at. There's already people in this chat right now who are better traders than me. So, and the guy who taught me all this, all the same information I share with you guys, I got it all for free. I didn't pay for none of this. I figured it out. So, I share and stream for me as much as I give it away for you guys. Good morning, Viper. And I give it away for free. This is for me. All my whole social media has been for my recovery. So to help me through my process. I process information out loud, and I just chose along the way to start sharing it with you guys. And I appreciate you being here, and I hope you're learning. I hope it's helping you grow. If you're new here, I'm offering a way for you to learn how to do what I'm doing for free. Before you go to work in the morning, you can spend a couple hours here, and the roadmap I'm laying out is a way you can start doing this stuff for free in a simulator for free without risking any real money. Now, on the flip side, you're not going to make any money. You know, if you're just here to gamble and get rich quick and get lucky, you know, I can even help you out there as well. But let me bring my dogs outside for a minute. They got to go potty. That's my trade idea scanner. I know a lot of times you can't understand what the hell she's saying.
CRK.
So now you can see it. I'll be right back.
GCGCT.
You guys got to go poopies? It's cold, all right? We're not going outside to play. We're not going to run around. We got to go potty. Daddy's working. And then we'll give you a treat. Then you get a treat after you go poopies like a good girl. I got to put on my jacket. I'm also sharing my screen on YouTube. Same name, but you'll actually see my charts and stuff.
Cask.
Same name. And that way too, just in case they actually do take TikTok from us. So, but I'll be right back. Finish my coffee real quick.
PWM.
CYN's coming back up to test the dollar level. See if it can reclaim VWAP here.
Cask. 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 Cask.
God, my card looks frozen.
Oh, they are.
Cask.
It's 2 degrees.
Cask. 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 CLDI. Wolf. Wolf. LGMK. Wolf. VRCA. HWH. Cask. HWH. HWH. Wolf. XHG. Wolf. wolf,
Are my babies frozen?
My coat is frozen.
All of them?
You should have seen them like just running. They take advantage of me in the morning and they chase each other around the yard because instead of coming inside. Oh, look at this. They were about to shut me off.
And girl on treat?
I had 20 seconds left. Oh no, they said I didn't drop the puzzle piece in enough. Got it. With 10 seconds to go. Holy shit, it's cold out. This thing still hasn't got over $1, huh? Oof. TNXP, a lot of penny stocks. Wolf, WLR. Oh, it's thinning out. That's why we're in the 1%. Ooh. Son of a gun. I am not built for cold weather. This is going to be my last winter in New England. I will choose my seasons from now on. And starting next winter, every Christmas, we're going to be somewhere tropical. Whether that's our backyard.
I can't even keep the house warm though.
I know, it sucks. Oh yeah, where are my slippers? It's still
I
early.
ate 15 rent, but 3,000 heating bills. Great.
Yeah.
Love that for us.
Luckily, this is like pretty much as cold as it gets here, though.
It's 2 degrees.
Is it single digits? It's not even.
Almost negative.
Hey Siri, what's the temperature outside? Hey Siri. Alright, well fuck you then. Yeah, don't like you anyway. 23 here. Did you open a trade? Not since this morning. I'm green on RELI. Not since this morning. I'm green on RELI. Which is holding up.
Did you hear about this, right?
What?
Some dude on the subway lit some lady on fire, bro, and nobody did anything. She died.
That's terrible.
Like just a random person.
It's terrible. It sounds
On the subway.
That sounds personal.
That's crazy.
This is for entertainment purposes only. Not financial advice. Do your own research. I got a stop limit on that. Whoa. Sorry, I don't know what I did there. I caught the break of 3, and then I tried to get the break of 4, but I kind of fat fingered it, but still green. Friday I was 4 for 4. I'm 2 for 2 today so far. Yeah, I don't know which way the SPY wants to go yet, but it looks like we rallied on Friday, so hopefully that trend continues. But it's on. I don't know if we're gonna be in a downtrend or an uptrend. We've been in an uptrend for the whole year. We had a correction back in August for a little while, but we bounced off before we even got to the 200. I would anticipate something like that again. Nothing goes straight up or down, but definitely I like that the recovery that it's had already. How's the Dow Jones Industrial Average looking? I don't know how to look that one up. Is it DOJ? Oh, let me ask ChatGPT. I forgot I know everything now. It's a thing. What's the ticker for Dow Jones Industrial Average? DJIA. That makes sense. Also recovered pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like we might still be going up. To the east side. I don't know. The SPY's a little well off its high still, but not like, you know what I'm saying? That was a nasty sell-off though. So already from 609 down to where did we hit like 580? 580, yeah, 577. And it's funny, it bounced right off of one of the levels I had drawn. Must have been resistance at one point. I got too many levels drawn on this damn chart now. I can't ever even see them anymore. RGTI. I see XRX. My scanner's on? Did you guys hear the scanner while I was out there? No, the shit paused. I think I'm gonna go back to Twitch. There's a new